Here's another question from one of our Fine Music Sydney listeners. Yvette of Sans Souci has asked the question, which ancient cultures were the most musical? Well, I've asked Anne-Louise Luccarini, who you'll hear presenting afternoons on Fine Music Sydney, to answer the question.
That's a doozy of a question, Yvette. Music is communication. It begins even before speech. 60,000-year-old bone flutes have been found in the oddest parts of the world. The world's museums are full of stuff which shows that music has always been an intrinsic part of ritual. It's always been driven by the rhythms of daily life that we know as folk music, sea shanties, military marches and so on, and by belief systems, think gongs, bells, choirs, intoning priests. During the Dark Ages, music and learning were preserved in the monasteries. Then came the printing press and the New Learning, or Renaissance. People started to travel. The wonders of the past were discovered and copied. And where were they? In Italy, where the Romans had copied them from conquered Greece and Asia Minor right up as far as the Danube. But is it fair to say the Italian culture was the most musical? It was certainly the most influential, and a trip to Italy was part of the learning process of every European musician. But let's remember that the Italians had already borrowed. Bach learned from Vivaldi, Mendelssohn learned from Bach. They all learned from each other, and still do. All art is generous, and none more than music. And what about the Chinese and Japanese music we're still discovering? I really wouldn't like to say that one ancient culture was more musical than another. Music is just essential.
Listen for our next listener question on Fine Music Sydney. And if you have a question you'd like to ask, just go to our website, finemusicsydney.com.